Welcome to our 2016 pinning ceremony. My name is Ann Smith, and I'm the director of our nursing programs, and I'd like to introduce our platform party to you this afternoon. First, Dr. Frank Friedman, our college president. Dr. John Donnelly, our Vice President of Instruction and Student Services. Dr. Kathy Hudson, our Dean of Health and Life Sciences. Dr. Tara Boucher, our guest speaker for the day. And our nursing faculty, Christina O'Mara, our Division Administrative Assistant, Gina Shiflett, our Clinical Compliance Coordinator, Ann Vanishek. They get to know Ann very well during the 2 years. Heather Davis. Heather is also the coordinator of this event, along with a lot of help from the other faculties, so thank you, Heather. I can't see who's next to her. Who's next to her? Wendy Dimet. Sorry, I couldn't see who was over there. Irene Agahawa. Lorraine Collins. Karen Bloomfield. Charmin Brooks. Oh. Julianne Milburn. Teresa Racy. Jane Anderson. Sheila Aldust. Christy Sorgel. Debbie Hackett. And Katie Kinsey. We're going to get started with some welcoming remarks from Dr. Friedman and Dr. Hudson.
Thank you, Ann. You notice the nursing students didn't scream like that when I got up here. Oh well. Good afternoon. On behalf of the College Board and the faculty and staff of Piedmont Virginia Community College, it's my pleasure to welcome you to today's pinning ceremony for the class of 2016. A quick quiz. See, you're not done yet. What was yesterday? Why was yesterday significant in nursing? It was Florence Nightingale's 196th birthday. In fact, May 6 through 12 was National Nurses Week, which always ends on the birth date of the founder of modern nursing. What an appropriate time for these nursing students to graduate from PVCC and soon join over 1,600 PVCC nursing grads who are working in hospitals, doctors' offices throughout our nation, although mostly right here in Central Virginia. During this Nurses Week, I also want to salute the outstanding nurses who comprise the PVCC nursing faculty, and they were just introduced to you. But please join me one more time in wishing them a wonderful Nurses Week and thanking them for helping to prepare the next generation of nurses. I want to congratulate each and every graduate, and of course all of you, their family members and friends, and we're so glad to have you here to join in this celebration. Each of our graduates has their own personal story about overcoming barriers, academic, personal, financial barriers, to achieve this goal and claim their piece of the American dream. My favorite part of pinning each year is the reading of the graduates' dedications, which we'll hear shortly. We will hear stories of long hours of study, time spent away from families, and stories of love, encouragement, and support, without which these graduates might not be here today. Graduates, you inspire me. Your success is the college's success. We succeed only when you succeed. Graduates, I want to leave you with one thought. Now, you've come through an extremely rigorous program. I know that you have acquired the knowledge and skills to do your job effectively. But your job takes more than knowledge and skill. Never forget, you will be dealing with people. People who might be sick, people who might be scared. No matter how many patients you see in a day, no matter how many days in a row you've worked, no matter how many years you've been a nurse, each patient needs your full attention, your caring, and your compassion. Each one needs to feel that they are your most important patient. So graduates, on behalf of the College Board and the faculty and staff, I welcome you to the nursing profession. Congratulations and good luck.
Good afternoon, and congratulations to all of our nursing graduates. We're here to celebrate your achievement today. You've conquered a major milestone toward becoming a registered nurse, and today you'll receive two symbols that mark that accomplishment: your nursing pin from PVCC, and later tonight, your diploma as an associate degree nurse from PVCC. This summer, you will take NCLEX, and you will pass NCLEX. That is, you will pass NCLEX. And then you will have achieved your goal of becoming a registered nurse. They often say that nursing is part science and part art, or they refer to nursing as an art of science in and of itself. And that speaks to some of the comments that Dr. Friedman made. You've got a lot of knowledge in your head. You've learned a lot of skills. But the most important skill you learned the very first week that you were a nursing student, and that is of your therapeutic communication. And that goes to what Dr. Friedman was talking about, your interaction with your patients. I can't say that enough. One of my dissertation when I went to UVA School of Nursing was on what the definition of quality nursing care was. And I interviewed hundreds of families, patients, and staff, and it came down to what we already knew. A quality nursing care is the combination of that knowledge and skill, but above all, it is the caring piece, your interpersonal communications. And when asked if a patient, if they had to choose between knowledge and skill or somebody caring for them, they said, I would choose the person who cares for me because I know a caring person will have those knowledge and skills. They care enough about me to make sure that I'm well taken care of. So again, congratulations. I am so happy to welcome you into the profession of nursing, and I would trust the care of myself and my family to you any day.
Each year, the graduating class chooses one of their own to give a talk at graduation. This year, Anna Jones was chosen to represent the day students. Anna.
Thank you. It is an honor to address the PVCC nursing class of 2016. I'm so proud of all that we've done and all that we will do as nurses. When I look at us, I see an incredibly diverse group of people. We have students born in Kenya, in Mexico, in Morocco, in Canada, across the country, and right here in Central Virginia. We've had lots of healthcare experience when we started, or we had none. Some of us came here right after graduating high school, and some of us are starting on a second or third career. As a group, we're amazingly accomplished. We've driven taxis, worked on organic farms, served in the military. We speak French, Arabic, Russian, Spanish. We support our families. We've won scholarships and awards. Some of us can start an IV in a second, and some of us know every type of antihypertensive. Some of us test well, and some of us can place a Foley catheter blindfolded. Our time together, though, has not been without its struggles. We've ended long-term relationships, lost loved ones, broken bones, and have had to start all over. We've lost our support systems, mourned, and cried. We've doubted ourselves, our commitment, our intelligence, and our ability. We have wondered, after disappointment or humiliation, if this was where we truly belonged. For all our diversity, it is our similarity that is most remarkable. We have all stumbled, and we're here today because we persevered. We found the strength within ourselves to get up, dust off, and try again. There will be a time, maybe soon in our first jobs or maybe years from now, when we will feel that doubt again. We'll wonder, am I really cut out for this? Maybe because we made a mistake, maybe because that one other nurse makes everything look really easy, or maybe because we felt, like we did in school, a doubt about ourselves. We'll search the allnurses.com message boards looking for other nurses who feel the same. I'll go ahead and save you the time. They'll suggest you look up something called imposter syndrome. It's not listed in the DSM, but it's a pretty handy description of a common problem. It describes high-functioning people who feel inadequate, are unable to take credit for their accomplishments, and just all around feel not great. As nursing students, this probably sounds familiar. So on that future date, when you notice yourself beginning that negative self-talk, I encourage you to think back to today. On this day, you received a diploma from a challenging, difficult program. You got to this point because of your drive, your determination, your intelligence, and your strength. You persisted despite loss, despite doubt, despite wanting to give up. Think back to May 13th, 2016. On that day, you became a nurse.
Great job, Anna. Thank you. And our evening weekend student group has chosen Amanda Pollock.
Hi there. So, I know that we're all very excited to be here in the company of our family and friends on this long-awaited day. Sorry. Although today is a day to reflect on our hard work for the last 2 years and to celebrate our accomplishments, let's not forget the many challenges that lie ahead of us as future nurses, and first among them, the NCLEX. So, since we're all diligently preparing for our boards, I'd hate for the celebration to get us too far off track. So, let's try an NCLEX-style question. All right, guys, which of the following is most true of your time as a nursing student at PVCC? Remember, there may be more than one right answer, but you must pick the one that is most correct. And, oh yeah, select all that apply. A, during the past 2 years, I've grown as a student, a future nurse, and by extension, as a person. B, through the guidance of my instructors and with the help of my fellow classmates, I feel knowledgeable and ready to meet the challenges that lie before me as a nurse. C, I am grateful for the wonderful support of my family and friends. I couldn't have made it through school without their help. Or D, all of the above. Now, I know the answer may seem very obvious to some, but since we've learned not to jump to conclusions, let's examine the merit of each of these before picking one. So back to A. During the past 2 years, we've undoubtedly grown as students and future nurses. We've learned from our mistakes, first semester, and used that knowledge to help our patients and our classmates. We've taken what we've learned from books and the example of our instructors and combined it with the intention in our hearts to help others. We freely share our knowledge with each other as a team because we're all working toward the same goal, giving our patients the best care possible. At some point, we changed from just taking care of our patients' daily morning care to comforting and supporting them and their families when in crisis. And in turn, we've grown more and more capable as friends, community members, parents, and children. We've definitely grown as people during our time at Piedmont. On to B. Our instructors have shared their knowledge with us and have guided us so that we are now ready to face the many challenges of being a nurse. We know that we're entering healthcare at a challenging time. Resources can be limited while patients are sicker. Our units may be understaffed, but our patients still need our care. Luckily, we've been prepared by our instructors to weather the daily challenges of nursing. We're grateful that we stayed up preparing care plans. We're grateful that we stayed up preparing care plans for our patients because we are now better prepared to think about the care we give our patients when our time is more limited. We've learned to work together and learn from each other as nursing students. And I know that when we look back to the first few days of the program, when we were struggling to make tight hospital corners on beds, we'll remember that we've learned a very lot in a relatively short period of time and are ready to become curious nurses who are lifelong learners of their practice. On to C. We would not be sitting here today without the help and support of our family, friends, coworkers, and each other. And for that, we're extremely grateful. Many of my fellow classmates have young children at home, and the parents that have made it through this program have done so with the support of their partners. I was often touched to see one of my classmates FaceTiming with his young son before bedtime while we were on a break between classes. Many also had to juggle full-time work responsibilities on top of being a student. The past few years have been a struggle to balance all of our priorities, but we've chosen to undertake this so that our lives and our families' lives would be enriched by the many benefits of being part of this wonderful profession. We can't express enough gratitude to you, and we are so glad that you are here to celebrate with us today. We promise to cook dinner next Tuesday, right after we've done 50 NCLEX practice questions. So, since all of these factors have had an equal part in leading us here today, I think we can conclude that the answer is D, all of the above. Big surprise. It looks like we're doing well, so let's all take some time today to celebrate our accomplishments and be grateful for those who helped us along the way. We're ready for what lies ahead.
Excellent job, Amanda. Thank you. Now I'd like to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Tara Boucher. She has a doctorate of nursing practice from the University of Wisconsin, Eau Claire, and possesses a variety of certifications in nursing practice, including wound, ostomy, and continence. She is currently the Director of Clinical Operations at the University of Virginia's Transitional Care Hospital. She also teaches the Wound Treatment Associate and Foot and Nail Care Certification course at the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Her dedication to lifelong learning to our students and her commitment to improving nursing practice is evident, and we are honored to have her speak to us today.
I'd like to add my congratulations to the long list of congratulations you've received today. And I'd like to also echo the fact that you can't do this alone. But it's time to really take a deep breath and enjoy the moment. Feel free to turn around and wave to those people that made it possible for you. Go ahead. Okay. Because without them, those long sleepless nights, the meals that didn't get made, the water that you forgot to drink wouldn't have happened. So it's really essential to thank everybody in our lives and bask in the glory today of finishing this really challenging program and joining 3 million nurses nationwide. You're joining a family of 3 million. And those nurses in that 3 million have been voted for the 14th year in a row as the most trusted profession in the United States. You join that profession of most trusted profession because of your ability, caring, and compassion for the patient and their family. You can't go wrong when you keep that at the center of all that you do. We've heard a lot about studying for the NCLEX, passing the NCLEX, taking the NCLEX. So even though you're enjoying today, your job is not over. You're going to study hard and pass that exam, and then you're going to start a new job and learn a new profession. The studying that you've done has prepared you for this, but that is not over. You will learn something new every day for the rest of your life as you work as a nurse. You will work with patients who are not at their best. If they were at the best, they wouldn't need us. Their family members are not at their best, and it's our job to help them feel comfortable and at ease with the care that we're able to provide for their loved one, no matter what that might be. In order to be that for your patients and their families, it is essential that we care for ourselves. You're joining 3 million of the most trusted profession, and we don't always take the base care of ourselves. So in order to provide that caring and compassion, it's essential that you show it to yourself by eating nutritious food, getting adequate rest, and exercising. Okay, so by doing those things that we teach our patients about, that we encourage them to do, it's essential that we do them for and by ourselves so that we can continue to provide the care that we need to do. It will allow us to be resilient, to roll with the punches, to put up with long hours and difficult situations by caring for ourselves first. The next step, once we care for ourselves, is to prepare for the rock and rolling roller coaster of healthcare. The only thing that's constant is change, and change is going to occur more and more rapidly over time. You as nurses are at the center of healthcare, the healthcare that is a team sport. We are the closest to the patient, and we are the closest to where things need to happen, change, and evolve. And it is your opportunity to see things that could be better and to make a difference, to identify new ways and better ways of doing things, and to talk with your peers and colleagues about how to change things for the better. You will have that opportunity. You have that opportunity every day. Question things that have always been done that way. What are the best practices? And then identify what the next practices are going to be so that things will continue to get better. Remember that the patient is at the center of all we do, but there's always going to be holes that we can fill. I never dreamed that I would be a nationally renowned expert in foot care and toenail care, okay? I have worked with geriatric patients in the hospital, in home care, in the community centers, in skilled nursing facilities, and identified that people that have 2-inch long toenails don't have a lot of options, and there are not nearly enough podiatrists to go around. So I started cutting toenails because there was a need. I never dreamed that I would have been teaching a foot and nail care course for 20 years, written textbook chapters, and authored a foot care certification exam to provide that care, teach that care, and to other nurses to provide care to seniors nationwide. That was going to happen. Wasn't my life's goal, but it seems to have been a hole that I was able to fill as we continue now to have many, many more nurses comfortable and confident in that skill. Like many of you, I started as a nursing assistant. Did anybody become a nursing assistant? Yes. So I also became a nursing assistant, and I was licensed in the state of Iowa as a licensed practical nurse. I then graduated from the University of Iowa with my bachelor's degree. I skipped your degree. You have one that I don't have, and I'm kind of jealous about that. I later got a master's degree in nursing before I was 25. 10 years later, I did a postmaster's nurse practitioner program. 10 years after that, I received a doctorate in nursing practice. I went to school as a traditional student, as a married student with children, and as a single parent of teens. So I know what you've done. It's significant, and you will do more. It's not really much of an option. It is an option, but as a career choice, it's essential that you go on. Our patients need nurses with great educations and continuing educations because healthcare will continue. It keeps moving on. I was privileged to hear about your deep, broad, and wide experience that you all bring to nursing, and healthcare and nursing as a profession will be better because of the diversity that you bring. Your life experiences all help make you the person you are and the nurse that you will become. It is essential that we wrap our arms around each other and embrace the diversity so we can continue to do wonderful things for our patients. And as I said before, healthcare is a team sport. None of us can do it alone. We need to work together with all of our colleagues to ensure that patient care is at its highest and best as we move forward to the future. Congratulations.
So now we will move on to the part of the program that I think you all are waiting the most for. Yes? Now they're grinning at me. Okay. We're going to get started. Christina O'Meara is going to read about the significance of the nursing pen.
Significance of the pen. Through the years, nursing programs have traditionally marked levels of achievement and graduation of their students with various ceremonies. This included awarding of stripes or other symbols worn by the student to demonstrate their successful progression from one level of the program to the next. Other meaningful events were cap-in ceremonies and lighting candles from the Florence Nightingale lamp. As nursing education programs moved into colleges and universities, nursing graduates received their diplomas with graduates from other disciplines, as you will later today. However, the pinning ceremony has continued to be a part of the celebration for the graduating nurse. The tradition of each school having its own distinctive pin dates back over 100 years when the Bellevue Hospital School of Nursing in New York City first designed a pen for its graduates. Other hospital schools of nursing followed, with each designing their own pen. The pen you receive today is unique since only a PVCC graduate wears a pen exactly like this one. In 1974, the first graduating nursing class of PVCC chose the pen that you will receive. The emblem of the college and the PVCC logo are embossed on your pen. You will see that the pen also has a gold circle symbolizing worthiness, and a green circle symbolizing eternal life. We hope you will wear this pin with pride. It is a distinctive mark, rich in history and deep in meaning. Thank you and congratulations. Now you will receive your pin.
Levi Anderson. I would like to thank my beautiful wife, Lena, who made this possible for me. I can never thank you enough. I also want to recognize my children, Titus, Emma, Isaac, Ava, Clara, Gianna, and most recently, Ezra Lee Anderson. I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for my mom and boyfriend. You both rearranged your entire lives around getting me to this moment. I cannot express how thankful I am. Freddie, Mommy loves you more than words can say. I would like to thank my parents. I wish you could be here. My sister, Lisa, and my children, Stella and Isaac, were always believing in me. And to Jackie, who consistently talked to me about my cooking. Samantha Barton. I would like to dedicate my pin to my parents, my sister Sarah, my husband John, and most importantly, my son Tucker. Tucker, thank you for your love, patience, and letting Mommy do homework in your room countless nights and weekends. Alina Bennett. First, I would like to thank the woman who sparked my passion for nursing, my grandmother, Jackie Headley. Also, thank you to all my friends and family who supported me through these tough 2 years. I love you all. I dedicate this achievement to my family. Thank you so much for your understanding, patience, love, and support. You are all my inspiration. Shauna Blanchard. First, I'd like to thank God. He's heard my voice a lot in these past 2 years. Next, my sweet boy, family, and friends for all their support, love, and encouragement to be the best I can be. I love you. Lauren Bolton. I'd like to dedicate this momentous occasion to my husband, Ben, and 2 boys, Liam and Reed. I'd also like to thank my parents, Bruce and Barb, as well as my in-laws, Nancy and Klein, for their immeasurable support over the last 2 years. Thank you. I would like to thank my husband and my parents for all their assistance and encouragement throughout the many semesters of the nursing program. I could not have done it without their unrelenting support. Other words. I dedicate this pin to my parents and family for believing in me when I couldn't find it in myself to believe at times. To Adrian, who day in and day out is my rock. Thank you all. I would like to thank my instructors for the knowledge they provided and my friends and family for supporting and encouraging me. It's been a long and arduous couple of years, but success only follows years of hard work. Claire Gladwin. This program has not been an easy feat, but with the help of my family and friends, I have persevered and overcome obstacles I never thought possible. Thank you to everyone who has contributed to my success along the way. Rebecca Sue Carter. Thank you to my family and friends for supporting me along this journey. Thanks for always being there for me, providing positive words of encouragement, and for giving lots of hugs along the way. I love you all very much. truly could not have done this without you. Carla Cherry, nursing school, a beautiful challenge. My heart thanks all my supporters, especially my mother, Kay Collins, daughter, Charlotte Cherry, and friends, B. Croswell and David Main. Great appreciation to my instructors who invested in me so I can help others. Lynn Colombo. To my parents, grandparents, and my brother, thank you for the advice, support, and love you've given me. Jana, Sarah, Jessica, and Alex, thank you for daily inspiration and encouragement. Class of 2016, best wishes in embarking on your nursing adventures. Nicole Cummings. I'd like to thank my husband, children Carly and Connor, my mother and stepfather, and my grandparents for all their support and encouragement as I followed my dreams. Cheyenne Hoffmer. Thank you, Mom, Dad, Lena, and Sabrina for all the support and help these past 2 years to get me through nursing school. I probably wouldn't be getting in today without it. The support from you all never went unnoticed. Alexandra Gates. Thank you, Mom, Dad, Brandon, and God. My family, work family, nursing staff, and fellow nursing students for your support. I couldn't have done it without you guys. You all hold a special place in my heart. Tiffany Fowler. I'll begin my nursing career at MedStar Washington Hospital Center this summer. I'd like to thank my family, partner, friends, and instructors for being so supportive of me during these past few years. Constant love, support, and encouragement. I know two important women that raised me are smiling down from heaven today. Alexandra Gary. I want to say thank you to my family, friends, nursing school buddies, amazing teachers, and most of all, my fiance, Mike. Thank you for believing in me always. I couldn't have done it without you. Andrew McNear. I'd like to dedicate my sincere gratitude to my wife, brother, parents, in-laws, many aunts, and the rest of my awesome friends and family for their constant support and unwavering love during this journey. James Hayes. I'd like to dedicate this pin to my wife, mother, and everyone that has helped me along the way. Thanks to my wonderful wife, Michelle, and my son, Gabriel, who have sacrificed greatly over the past 2 years. And a special thanks to my father, rest his soul, for instilling in me the work ethic to get this done. Grandpa Benjamin. I'm dedicating this nursing pin to my mother, father, especially my 3 children, and my family for being supportive, understanding, and patient with me. I also thank the staff at PVCC for everything they've done for me. Kayla Ann Hedrick. Melina Hernandez. To my family and closest friends, because of your support and positive influence in my life, I am now able to go out and help others. A nurse will always give us hope, an angel with a stethoscope. Sarah Hobbs. Hard work, dedication, and luck have paid off. Thank you, Yvonne and Mom and Dad,
I feel so blessed to have you all sharing this day with me. Mary Hunt. For the nurses who inspired me, Mom, Dad, Dean, and Margaret Hot Lips Houlihan, I did it. Thank you, Dan, for always believing in me. Danny, Billy, and Eli, go to college while you're young. It's much easier. Brittany Jackson. I would like to give thanks to my children for giving me the motivation to see this through, to my mother for all of her help and support, and to all my family and friends for their encouragement. Lydia Hara. Truly, with God, all things are possible. Therefore, I want to dedicate this pin in the hands of God. Thank you, family, for all your outstanding support. Becca and Rhoda, you didn't let me go hungry. Thank you, and I love you. John Jimenez. Many thanks to my wife and family for putting up with me and my mood swings during school. Special thanks to Dr. Lorraine Carter. It was also great to be the recipient of the Valley Proteins program. Thanks for the support provided. Anna Walker Jones. To my mom and dad, to Sarah, Michael, my friends and coworkers, thank you for your support. Your confidence in me got me here today. You believed in me when I doubted myself, and I can't thank you enough. Saeed Kahafi. Ashley Knowles. I would like to dedicate my pin to my children, Braylon and Caden, also to my amazing mother and my sister, Brittany, who made these last 2 years possible. I couldn't have done it without your support and everyone's prayers. Kelly Koch. I share this day with my girls and husband for surviving the crazy, as well as my parents and Jessa for all your support. To my fellow nursing students, cheers to having a life again. Jennifer Kaler. Thank you to my study group and my family, Mom, Dad, Christy and her family, and most of all, Daniel and Lily. You helped me to believe in myself and provided unending encouragement. Couldn't have done it without you. Virginia Lamb Jackson. I would like to dedicate my pin to my family. To my husband, Brad, I don't know how I would have made it without you. And my sweet daughters, Constance and Aaliyah, for your understanding and patience. I love you all. Vonda Lillard. This is dedicated to my husband, Rob, and my children, TJ, Robbie, and Summer. It has been a long road we have traveled to get here, and I thank you for standing by me. Michael P. Lotz. I'd like to thank my wife, Jamie, for picking up the slack, my parents for all their generous support, and the nurses in my life that have encouraged me through the past 2 years. Thank you. Sabrina Martinez Reyes. Guys, we made it. I want to thank God, my parents, and friends that supported me through this tough journey. Mom, Dad, I thank you for all the effort you've put in to see me graduate today. Megan Eileen Matthews. When you're a nurse, you know that every day you will touch a life will touch yours. Thank you to my husband, my family, and friends for your love, support, and patience. Without you, today wouldn't be possible. Tara May. I'd like to thank my kids, Logan and Lucas, and a special thank you from the three of us to Denise for all the nights spent at our house helping to make this accomplishment possible. Bartley McGowan. I'd like to thank my wife, Carrie, without whom this would not have been possible, my children, Elkie and John Scott, my parents, John and Jean McGowan, and the nursing faculty at PVCC, and my co-workers in the STPICU. I know, but we got out of order. Sorry. Luis Mejia Morales. Beth, you're my inspiration, my motivation, and most importantly, you helped me keep it together these last 2 years. Thank you for being such an amazing wife. I love you more than anything. Gabby, don't give up. Love you, Mom. Heather Middlebrook. I couldn't have done this without each of you, but to the family and friends that I've invited here, and to my mother, my guardian angel, who is always with me. This is for you. Sean Miller. I would like to thank my family for supporting me when I couldn't support myself, my children for constantly inspiring me to be a better person, and to Joelle for standing by me through the tribulations of the nursing program. Victoria Moore. I would like to thank my family for being so supportive, my mother, husband, and children. Thank you for helping me to make it through to the end. I would also like to thank all the great instructors for helping us to get here. Madeline Morales. To my amazing parents, thank you for your unending support and encouragement during my journey through nursing school. Without you, none of this would have been possible. You are the best. Beth Mosteller. This pin is dedicated to Ryan and Henry, my parents, family, fellow students, and instructors. Thank you for helping make this moment possible. Atasha Mowry.
Samuel M. Donu. Today, I conclude a long episode full of effort and dedication. My beloved family, my friends, and my instructors helped me a lot to achieve my goal. Thank you all for supporting me, and I dedicate this day to you. John Owens. I couldn't have done this without the patience, encouragement, support, and guidance of my best friend and mentor, Frank Zimmerman, Mr. John Halpin, Mr. Bill Wilson, Dr. Robert Smith, and Dr. Forrest Calland. Thank you all so very much for seeing me through. Stephanie Palm. To Adam, Charlie, Sammy, family, and friends, thanks so much for your love, patience, and understanding and support. You spent the last 2 years putting up with me. Now I will spend the next 100 years making it up to you. Morgan Peltier. Thank you to my husband and my parents. Without their support and encouragement, I would not be where I am today. Emma Pelton. Beyond mountains, there are mountains. Here's to finishing one journey and beginning another. Congratulations to all my classmates, and thank you to my family and friends for all of your support. Andrea Penrod. I plan to work on the neurology unit at the University of Virginia Hospital and soon start my BSN. I wish to thank my family, friends, and especially my partner, Ben, who has supported me every step of the way. Amanda Pollock. Hollis Reinhardt. I want to thank my beautiful daughter, Gina, for being an inspiration, and my parents for supporting me. All the nursing teachers who supported me, Jim and Leslie Bergen for sharing their knowledge with me, and most of all, Dr. Walsh. Tiffany Lee Rothy. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not upon your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct your path. Thank you to everyone for the support you have given me throughout this journey. Elizabeth Ann Scales. I thank my family for supporting me throughout these challenging but rewarding 2 years, my friends for always encouraging me, and God for leading me down the path of nursing. Susan Schultz. I couldn't be standing here if it wasn't for the love and support of my family and friends, especially my dad, Chris, and my son, Jason. To my fellow nursing graduates, we didn't die. Okay. Molly Marie Schwabel. We must allow ourselves to be cohesively present in our lives and practice so that we are always reminded to take the time to cultivate patience, beauty, and gratitude towards the things that surround us. Beverly E. Scott. Thank you to my family, especially my parents, Gail and Thomas, for the unending support and motivation. I wouldn't have made it this far without you all. Thanks to my friends for being so understanding over the years. Love y'all. Nathan Simpson. I would like to thank my mom, dad, family, and friends for their support and encouragement throughout nursing school. I would also like to thank my nursing instructors for pushing me through. God bless and good luck to everyone. Thomas Slosky. I would like to thank my family for putting up with me, my friends for keeping me sane, and my instructors for pushing me hard enough to be successful. And Red Bull, definitely Red Bull. Sarah Sprinkle. This journey wouldn't have been impossible without my family, my mom, my dad, my mother-in-law, my incredible 4 kids, and my amazing husband who's always so encouraging and patient. I'm humbled and blessed to have this opportunity to become a nurse. Nicole Steege. All credit goes to God, my mom, my sister, and most importantly, my daughter Kaylin. Without the combined effort of the 4 of you, none of this would have been possible. Y'all are my strength. Rukeya Tajudeen. Thank you to my wonderful husband and daughter for their love and support. My son, mom, and sister for inspiring me, my friends for their support, and my instructors for leading the path to this incredible journey. Amanda Taylor. I would like to thank my family, friends, and boyfriend for their constant prayers, love, and support. I dedicate my pen to Papa John, Granny, and Betty Lou, whom I love and miss dearly. Jenna Van Hoos. To my amazing friends and beautiful family, thank you for your love, sacrifice, and support through this journey. Joel Van Ornum. Yes. Joel Van Ornum. I would like to thank my parents, family, and friends for supporting me through this difficult program. I can't think of a better family than the one I have. Thank you for always being there for me. Alyssa Washington. Thank you for my family and friends, especially my husband, Chris, and my mom, Stella, for your patience, support, and accommodation. Even more thanks for letting me vent and keeping me sane. Chris, may the odds be in your favor. Angela White. I'd like to thank God for seeing me through the good and rough times. My family, this was not only my journey, but one for you as well. And my partner, Nicole. I couldn't have done it without y'all. Lena Wiles. I would like to thank my family, fiance, and friends for all of their love and support throughout one of the most challenging times in my life. Without you, I would not have made it this far. Joelle Lauren Willis. A special thanks to my mother, Loretta. I wouldn't be the woman I am today without your guidance, love, and leadership. Thanks for your support, always being there for me, encouraging me to do my best, and showing unconditional love. Aaron Winston. I'd like to dedicate this pin to my mom, who pointed me down the path to nursing, and to my fiance Molly for all her support. If she could put up with me during nursing school, marriage should be a breeze.
Let's give another round of applause to our 2016 graduates. Aaron's done making his rounds. It's your time. Take it. All right, every year the nursing faculty get together and present some academic awards. Julianne Milburn will present those today.
Before we give out the awards for today, we would like to acknowledge a few of our nursing students who received awards at the Academic and Leadership Award ceremony in April of this year. Luis Morales received the Mildred Montag Award for Nursing, highlighting outstanding academic performance, and Shauna Blanchard received the Student Leadership Award for involvement in SNAP. If you two would please stand. Each year, we present an award for the student who maintained the highest grade point average in all of their nursing courses during the 2 years of the program. When working on this calculation, we noted several students who were in the running for this award, and it was pretty close. We would like to acknowledge the students who were in the top 6, so if the following students would please stand. Claire Calabro, Anna Jones, Luis Morales, Emma Pelton, Andrea Penrod, and Aaron Winston. These students maintain the top 6 GPAs throughout the entire 2 years of the program. However, we only have one award, and that goes to Andrea Penrod. Come on up. In addition, each year the nursing faculty present an award to a student in both the day and evening programs who has demonstrated above average clinical performance throughout the program. For the evening weekend program, the student chosen demonstrated professionalism, was engaged, and was adept at translating classroom information to the clinical setting. This student went beyond what was asked or presented to find answers, and this student consistently demonstrated a caring, non-judgmental approach toward patients and adapted their approach based on individual needs and responses. This student interacted and connected with all members of the healthcare team and took the role of student nurse very seriously. This student will be a true asset to the nursing profession. The award for Outstanding Clinical Student in the Evening Weekend program goes to Jenna Van Hoos. Come on up. For the day program, this student has been an extremely motivated student who has gone above and beyond expectations in the clinical setting. This student's commitment to quality patient care was evident from day one in clinical and continued throughout the whole program. Every one of this student's clinical instructors will tell you that if they needed to find the student on the unit during the clinical day, they only had to look in their patient's room, as the student was there attending to their patient's needs. This student would calmly yet enthusiastically take on any task that would enhance patient care, no matter how simple or complex, with a generous, warm demeanor. This person demonstrated excellence as a registered nurse student, a team leader, class participant, as well as acting as a leader and an inspiration to his fellow students. This student's empathy and approach to patient care showed a clear dedication to the profession of nursing. This student will most assuredly be an asset to the nursing profession, and a valuable member of the healthcare team. The Outstanding Clinical Student Award for the day program goes to Samuel Donu. And we have one more acknowledgement to make. Although today is all about the students and their successes, part of that success is due to the fact that we have outstanding leadership in our division. We do want to acknowledge that our wonderful dean, Kathy Hudson, is retiring after 20 years of serving as Dean of the Health and Life Sciences Division. She will be greatly missed, and we wish her well with all her new adventures in retirement. And now we're going to have the slideshow, so we're all going to go down to the audience.
My faith is shaking, but I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. It ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. The rise.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky.
You and I sharing this time together, sharing the same dream. As time goes by, we will find these other special times, times we'll remember. These are the precious times, the tender times, we're holding our hearts forever. These are the sweetest times, these times together. And through it all, one thing will always be true. The special times are the times I share with you. Yeah, 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 yeah. With each moment passing by, we'll make memories that will last all our lives. 'Cause you and I travel through time together. To conquer, to thrive, I came to win, to survive, to prosper, to rise.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. Just believe it. There's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Think about it every night. Spread my wings and fly. I believe I can soar.
We're going to end our ceremony with the reading of the Nursing Pledge. Graduates, you should have that in your program.
Hello, I'm Teresa, and we're going to read the pledge. everybody that has their, it's on the back. If there's any nurses in the audience that would like to follow along with us, we'd welcome you to do that. We're going to read it together, okay? Is everybody ready? I'm going to be watching. Make sure you're doing it. Oh, yes, you have to stand up first. Sorry. A little exercise for you. Everybody ready? Okay. In full knowledge of the obligations I am undertaking, I promise to care for the sick and all the skill and understanding I possess without regard to race, creed, color, politics, or social status. Effort to conserve life, to alleviate suffering, and to promote health. I will respect at all times the dignity and religious beliefs of the patients under my care, holding in confidence all personal information entrusted to me, and refraining from any action which might endanger life or health. I will endeavor to keep my professional knowledge and skill at the highest level and to give loyal support and cooperation to all members of the health team. I will do my utmost to honor the National Code of Nursing Ethics and to uphold the integrity of the professional nurse. Congratulations.
Y'all can sit back down. Up and down, okay. Well, this concludes our pinning ceremony for this year. We thank you all again for joining us, and we hope that you would all join us afterwards for refreshments. They'll open the curtain to my left over here with refreshments behind the stage. Once again, congratulations, and we hope to see you all tonight. Great job.